It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Meet Jack Ma's, China's richest person today, with a net worth of $25 billion. But did you know that he started off initially as an English teacher, making $12? And his childhood, well, he had a lot of struggles. He had some academic setbacks. He had some personal things that held him back. His journey to $25 billion wasn't easy. Even as he sat over in China and with all the restrictions that was going on, he sat back and said, you know what? I think there's potential outside of here. I see what's going on over the US. I see there's opportunity in the internet. I'm going to do something about it. Does that sound like you, by the way? How you going to do something about something? So in 1999, he founded Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba. And when he founded Alibaba, he had very little coding experience, less tech experience, and very small resources. Fast forward to where he is today. Yes, he's China's richest man. I got that. $25 billion net worth. Yeah, I got that. But understand this. One of the things he was able to do was surpass Facebook's value and build this online system that allowed him to generate just a ton of money and change the world. What's my big takeaway to you as the CEO that's listening right now? There's two takeaways. Number one, build a robust online sales system. That's number one. And number two, sales brilliance. I believe it was Jack Ma's sales brilliance, not so much his sales strategy, but his sales leadership to go build an online robust sales system that allowed him not only to produce more revenue, not only to have more impact, but at the end of the day, reach his goals. And here's the good news. Success leaves clues, and you can do the same. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. I'm super excited you're here today on this day, the 15th of the month. We're going to jump right into it as we get started. And we're going to jump right into what we love to say every single morning. This is our personal mantra. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Now, I want you to repeat after me that. That's something as a CEO that I say every single day. I share with everywhere I go, and I want you to say the same thing. If you can't focus on sales, you just can't be in business. Not a good thing or bad thing. It just is what it is. Every morning, as a CEO, there's three things I think you need to look at when you look at your business. We need to learn, we need to earn, and we need to return. Now, I want you to repeat after me. We do this every single morning because I believe there's a philosophy that we have. I believe there's a methodology that we have. I believe there's values we have. This is one of them. Every day, I must learn something new. Repeat after me. I must learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. So now as a CEO, you know what your mission is. Yes, we're going to introduce to you a way to do that. Yes, we're going to make your life a lot easier. But let's talk about the three objectives we have. Now, we're at the 3-minute and 28-minute mark, or 3-minute and 28-second mark. So we're going to track that. This is 15 minutes, by the way, unless we do a CEO overtime. So there's three things that I want to make sure we anchor in. One, you show up with the number one objective for sales progress. I didn't say it's going to happen overnight. I didn't say we have fairy dust or there's going to be unicorns and cupcakes falling out the sky. But we will make progress every single day because you're in this conversation around sales and success. We'll address any roadblocks because I believe that's the number one thing that we need to always do. And then we'll understand the 5 sales pillars. I take time to do this every single day with the 4-minute mark, but I want you to make sure you understand these 5 pillars. Pillar number 1 is sales planning. What is our plan? What is our strategy? How are we going to do it? Number 2 is sales cycles. What is the cycle the client goes through? What is their journey from time we meet them until the time they close, and how can we accelerate that? Number 3 is sales positioning. It's the language that we use. Our philosophy is your words will make you rich. Get focused on this. I mean, you're here. I want to acknowledge you for doing that. Number 4 is sales indicators. We'll get into the sales dashboard. We always spend about 2 to 3 minutes on the sales dashboard. That's the most important part. It anchors this whole thing together, by the way. And number 5, the sales team. I mean, somebody has to generate the revenue. Come on, somebody. That's very important. Wouldn't you agree? Okay. Now, if you haven't accessed your sales dashboard, I want to encourage you to do that right now. How do you do that? We just released the updated version. So if you didn't get the first version for whatever reason, you can go ahead and get the updated version. And you go over to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Once you opt in, follow the instructions, then you'll get an email. Check your spam. And then inside the email, you have access, which I'm going to show you the CEO Sales Dashboard today. We created this because there was a problem in the market. And that was a number of entrepreneurs didn't know, not so much know their numbers, but as a CEO, what they need to look at every single day. So we created it as a way to help you. For all of my returning folks who hear every single morning at 8 a.m., I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for the feedback. Because of you, we now do the clock, so it's 5 minutes and 48 seconds. So thanks a lot for doing that, by the way. Do me a favor. Let's all do the accountability part right now. Look right below the video if you're watching this live, or even if you're watching the replay, just type "I'm here." That's the accountability every single day that we have to ourselves. I'm here. I'm here. Some of you can't watch it live, but you're watching the replay. Put a hashtag replay. Put a hashtag replay. You're here. You're in the building. You showed up. And the fact that you showed up, good things are going to happen. I know it. For all my new folks who are just joining for the very first time, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Here's our number one outcome. This is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. That's our number one goal. You're going to get there anyway. You're going to be successful with or without the CEO Sales Huddle. But I believe that success is a team sport. You can only get so far by yourself. So by you showing up, guess what happens? You get there faster. We have a big why. And our big why is 3 parts. It's sales growth. So as a CEO, your goal is to grow clients, grow revenue, grow the business. So sales growth is the number one component you're measured on. Number 2 is accountability. I'm here. I'm accountable to you. Every time I leave this session, by the way, this huddle, I'm not so much inspired, but I'm right on track. I'm way more focused. And I've noticed over the last, however long we've been doing this now, that I've been more productive, right? Okay. And it's a good thing because I'm in the conversation. So accountability allows you to be in the conversation. When you're in the conversation around sales and success, these ideas are more top of mind to you. We're at the 7-minute and 30-second mark. We're moving along. And then number 3 is consistency. Thanks for reminding me. The team's texting me, Shay, keep going. Thanks for reminding me. Okay. And consistency. How long is this? 15 minutes. 15 minutes a day. That's all I ask for 15 minutes of your time. You show up for 15 minutes, less than 1% of your day. Less than 1% of your day, you show up right here, and this is the best use of your time. Why? Because the number one outcome, every single day, our number one outcome for having this is to generate $100,000 per month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. Consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. There's only one thing you need to do. You need to do because there's no barrier. The barrier for you is just to show up. So you're committed. You got to show up for yourself, show up for your business. It doesn't matter who's the president. Doesn't matter what's going on in politics. Doesn't matter what's going on in the economy. Doesn't matter what's going on in the world crisis. Here's what I do know and I believe, and I'm not the first to say it, but it's so true. And I believe with every fiber in my heart, in order for things to change, you've got to change, and you're the only person that's going to save you. So we're going to do this together as entrepreneurs. You're not alone. You're not by yourself. That's why we have the accountability. Go over right now and get the CEO Sales Dashboard. I'm going to pull it right now. So I want to make sure you can access it. Just type in www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Once you get that, you will get the Excel sheet and you'll have it right there in front of you, because one of the key components when we get to we're at the 8-minute mark now, 8 minutes and 58 seconds to 9 minutes, is I take 2 minutes and I go through the CEO Sales Dashboard. It has 5 key areas: leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So every day we like to track what they are. And then inside of there, here's what's cool. Inside of here, we have already identified some of the key components that can help you along this journey. Now you don't have to struggle. You don't have to try to figure it out. No, there's no cost. There's nothing needed. All you have to do is show up. So if you look here, that's pretty cool. When you go to ceosaleshuddle.com and you opt in, you're going to get this Excel sheet. You pull it up now. Now's when you go in right now. You only have 15 minutes, and we do about 2 or 3 minutes on this section right here. You plug in the numbers. If your assistant's already done it or you did it the night before, we're going to do a quick review. Okay. Monday, we talked about leads. Tuesday, we talked about appointments. Where we are on the 15th of this month, we're right in the middle, smack in the middle. This is so exciting. We're going to talk about offers. And I want you to look at that number. And inside of offers, you'll see that we have 3 key areas, because the offer can be defined many different ways. You can customize this. You can change the spreadsheet. You don't have to just use it because I use it, but I want you to have it because once you have the spreadsheet, it allows you to do the things you need to do. But there's a couple of different offers that you can make. Let's see if they pull this up here. Where did it go? There's a couple of different offers that you can make. One is you can make an offer for a sale. And inside the sale, how many offers were made by you or your team yesterday? So in the spreadsheet, you're going to go right to day 15. You're going to look at day 14 and say, how many offers do we make to get a credit card? Now, some of you send a form for authorization. Some of you make an offer on the phone and they give it to you. A lot of different ways. Some of you have a QR code. However you have to get the credit card or the method of payment, how many times do you even make that offer? Number 2, how many times did you make the offer to sign the contract? So some of you send the contract, they review things, and then there's a process. And then number 3, how many made an offer just for the next step? And I put next step in here, and you can define what next step means for you because you're all in different industries, you're in different places, you're in different spaces. But one of the things I love to do, let me see if I can pull this thing back up. Let's see if it pops up. Did it pop up? Let's see. One of the things I like to do in this column over here, you can expand it. This is the Excel sheet. I think you can see the Excel sheet. And under next, some of you make an offer for the next appointment. That's an offer. Some of you make an offer or an ask for them to give you referrals. That's an offer. Some of you make an offer to collaborate. That's an offer. Some of you make an offer for you to be a speaker or a guest expert at their next event. That's an offer. Some of you offer your services in exchange. So just last night, we had this call. We have a number of folks that are part of Comeback Champion Summit, and we were talking about from the stage making an offer to generate leads, right? So so it's a virtual opportunity, but they can get leads from the front of the room. That's an offer. So I put next steps, but some of you are going to customize this. This is very important. This is very important because we know what gets measured gets managed. It's very, very important. And well, I'm not going to tell any stories right now because I don't have time. But this CEO sales dashboard, I believe this is the holy grail. I believe this is the beginning of something that for every single one of you, give me 15 minutes a day. We're at the 12-minute, 36-second mark. You give me 2 minutes a day. Man, I think they give me 3 minutes a day to go over this. You put the numbers in. It's top of mind to you. When you leave this call, you'll be looking at leads, which is, do I have the first name, last name, phone number, email? That's a lead. Or did I get an engaged lead? Oh, you can't see it. An engaged lead. An engaged lead means they took some action to do something with me. So there's several different categories, several different areas, but at the end of the day, we all come together for one reason, and that is to get better. Okay, I went way longer on this because, I just did. But we're at the 13-minute mark, so they're giving me, I got to move on. Okay, thank you for all the feedback. If you haven't connected with me, connect with me over on Instagram at @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown. Send me your comments. Send me your DMs. I love getting the comments so we can get better. Wanted to give you an idea what each of the categories looks like. Appointments, offers. I was supposed to use this, and I went to the Excel sheet, although they gave me all this cool, fancy stuff. Isn't that kind of cool? But that's okay. You guys know what my heart is. Hopefully, you know I'm here to help. And then this is for deals. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Then there's repeat business. And then we like to celebrate any wins every single day. I like to take a few minutes and say, let's celebrate what we did right. Maybe you just showed up for the CEO sales huddle. Yay! What are you most proud of? What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday? What do you want to brag about? If I could bring you on now at the 14-minute mark and gave you 30 seconds, what would you brag about? And then the next area that we go to as we're coming down the home stretch is, what are some of the roadblocks? What are some things that we have to overcome? What are some things that we have to do? What's your biggest roadblock that's preventing you yesterday? And as you look at your schedule today, what's the biggest roadblock that you have? What's the biggest roadblock that you have? What's preventing you today? And the last, what is the one thing that you can do today you took some action on? For me, truthfully and honestly, it has been to make sure that I am tracking what we're doing on a daily basis. I just notice when I put attention on it, good things just kind of happen. That's the one thing we can continue to do. Okay, access your CEO dashboard. If you don't know where to go, and you're looking at this and saying, Shay, I have no idea. I'm listening to the podcast. Shay, I'm listening to the replay. I'm on another platform. Someone put this in my group for me. Go to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Please pay this message forward. Hit the share button now. If you haven't hit the share button, if you're getting some value, do me a favor, drop a little comment right below and just put this is cool. Just put good stuff. Just put good stuff. Anything just to let us know that this is some value. Well, it doesn't matter if one person says it. It lets me know we're doing some good stuff. But I love the DMs. I get those every single day. We're in what's called CEO overtime right now. We're at the 15-minute and 25-second mark. I'm not going to take any more than 5 minutes to go over the closing part because it's just so important that we understand that as CEOs, we must learn, earn, and return. We must understand the 5 sales pillars that drive the business for us in order for us to get more revenue on a daily basis. Let me put this over here. So number 1 is sales planning. Number 2 is sales cycles. Number 3 is sales positioning. Number 4 is sales indicators. And number 5 is a sales team. These are the 5 pillars. When you look at your day and you look at your metrics, this is what drives it. Okay. This is not a training session, but I want you to know these are the 5 pillars. You can go back and listen in the archives. You can go to CEO Sales Huddle and you can download the podcast. By the way, download the podcast or go over to YouTube and you can go back and watch some of those prior episodes. We're going to close with this, and then I'll give you my closing comments. I can't wait to give you the CEO overtime comment. That's what we're going to be doing. We're adding that now. We're going to have something in the beginning and something at the end. But learn, earn, and return. Every day, a CEO needs to look at their business and say these words. Repeat after me. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients in order to get new and old clients to return. Because I understand a fundamental principle. This is the philosophy of the CEO Sales Huddle. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. Without sales, you don't need to notice. I know you already noticed, but there's always more money going out than there is coming in. And it's hard to purchase the resources that are necessary to execute the big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. So let me say this to you. What gets measured gets managed. One of the key components of the CEO sales dashboard is the metrics that are most important to the business. And as a CEO, it's what you have focused every single day. The 5 key components are leads, because leads represent hope. No leads, no hope. Number 2, appointments. Nothing happens without an appointment. You got to track that on a daily basis. Who are you scheduled to meet with and who are you meeting with? Number 3 is offers. How many times do we even make the offer for the person to purchase from us or take the next step? And number 4, which is doubly important, is how many deals were done. And then number 5, how much revenue did we generate from repeat clients? And if it was a repeat client, did they buy a new product or did they subscribe to something that they're already a part of, or is it a membership? What gets measured gets managed. Know your numbers and your sales growth will go up tremendously. You got this. You're amazing. You're incredible. You're a CEO, by the way. So I already know you're a bad to the bone person. Thanks for tuning in for the CEO Sales Huddle. We're at the 18-minute and 37-minute mark. I'm out of here. I told you I'm going to keep the CEO overtime to less than 5 minutes. Be here tomorrow. Tomorrow will be day 16. Day 15 will be one of the best sales activity days for the month. Go for it. Not that you need any rah-rah, but go for it anyway. Talk to you later. My name is Shay Brown. I'm out. Peace. See you later.